All right, guys, good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. And today I was reading some of the rumor boards, and it got me thinking about something, which we'll get into the camera here in a moment. But it's over the course of the last, I've been with Canon now for 3 years or so. And it's been really exciting to see how the whole EOS R family of cameras has really expanded. What started out as the EOS R now includes, when you think about it, the EOS RA, the RP, the R5, the R5C, the R6, and then the R3. But when you take a step back and you look at this here, what's missing here in this lineup is an APS-C camera, a mirrorless equivalent of the 7D line. But rumor has it that this is gonna change soon, potentially very soon. So what do we know about the potential, and the key word here is potential R7? We're gonna take a deep dive into that here in a moment. But first, guys, look, we put these videos together to keep you informed and to have a little fun along the way. In this particular case, this is to speculate and kind of brainstorm a little bit about what could be coming around the corner based upon some of the information that we've seen floating around and so forth. So if you find some value with this video, I just want to really do us a solid, hit that like button down below. It really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. That said, my friend, pull up a seat in. Let's go. Now, if you watch our Photography Talk episode, you may recall in the last episode, I quickly discussed the rumor that Canon is working on an APS-C camera for the EOS R family. And since the 7D Mark II is a high-end, super fast APS-C camera for that lineup, it makes a lot of sense to assume that the new APS-C RF-mount camera would fill the same spot in the EOS R lineup. Now, given how popular the 7D and the 7D Mark II have been over the years, adding a mirrorless equivalent seems like quite the no-brainer for Canon. And besides, now while the EOS R line of cameras has definitely grown quite a bit, there's still no APS-C option. The R7 is really going to change all that. Now, adding a little fuel to this rumor is the fact that Canon patented a RF-S 16-55 2.8 lens last fall. Now, this is a crop sensor lens, but as I mentioned, there are no current crop sensor cameras in the EOS R lineup. So if they patented a crop sensor lens, well, it kind of makes sense that it's for an upcoming APS-C camera. Now, the $1,000,000 question with all of this here is that new camera, the R7, and what features is this thing gonna have? Now, if we take a look at the 7D Mark III, we might get some clues about this. So the R7 will potentially have a lower resolution sensor in the range of 20 megapixels with a dual imaging processor, just like the 7D Mark II has. Now, additionally, it's safe to assume that the R7 will have features like super fast continuous shooting, fast and accurate autofocus system, and excellent low light shooting capabilities. Now, when you think about one of the larger audiences that really resonated the most with this particular camera, it's sports and wildlife photographers who absolutely adore the 7D and the 7D Mark II because of the specs. So implementing them in a updated modern fashion, of course, would make a lot of sense for the R7. Now, some folks have even speculated that the R7 might be built on the R6 chassis, which would give the potential of a light, speedy hybrid photo and video camera. Now, of course, guys, this hasn't been confirmed. In fact, there are 0 confirmed specs for the R7. Heck, it's not even confirmed that the upcoming APS-C camera will even be the R7 in the first place. So we have to take all of this with a grain of salt. Now, really, the only rumor that has a lot of traction is that an APS-C camera is coming, that it could potentially be announced next month. Now, other than that, we simply don't know much about what Canon has planned for this camera. Now, of course, we can all take into consideration the effects of the pandemic might have on development of an APS-C camera. Geez, guys, after all, we've been hearing rumors about a Canon RF-mount APS-C camera. I'm pausing here. Damn, it has got to be pretty close to a year. Now, Canon might surprise us and announce an R7 later this month at CP+, but honestly, I'm going to be a little surprised. I'm going to be a little shocked if that happens. But regardless, when this camera is announced, I think we all can agree that it's going to be a little while before we can actually pick this thing up. And then we'll have to consider all sorts of delays because, I mean, the chip shortages. In other words, I think the best case scenario for the R7 is that it gets announced next month and the first orders start shipping potentially early summer. But from here, we'll probably, it's going to be a slow process of getting orders fulfilled, just like we've seen with other new cameras that have been released during the pandemic. With other cameras rumored to be released this year, like the replacement of the EOS RP, 2022 could be a big year, a massive year. Again, Canon has had a few of those recently, but either way, as always, we're going to keep you guys up to speed as far as information is released. Now let's close off our discussion with our current giveaway, which features 3 amazing prizes. We have the f-stop Lotus bag, we have a Peak Design duffel bag, and of course, the $100 Adorama gift card. As always, entering the giveaway is really simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So get watching some of our other videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you already registered on the site during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But friend, as I keep saying over and over again, swing it by, post some photos, let us know how you're doing. That is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on PhotographyTalk and how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. And one other last little thing that I'm going to bring to the surface here. If you enjoy this sort of content, head over to PhotographyTalk, sign up for an account. It's free to do so, and it gives you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles, articles about gear reviews, tutorials, and much, much more. So take a moment and head over there and sign up for our free account. And friend, that is it. This was, we've been getting, so we keep track of a lot of the questions that we see you guys firing over at us, and recently, well, over the last handful of months, we've noticed more questions coming up with people interested in details of APS-C camera, specifically something that's rumored to be called the R7. Some of you refer to it as the R7, others are just bringing up APS-C camera. So we've been wanting to put this video together, but of course, especially when you're dealing with rumors and speculation, again, I have to repeat, as I've mentioned this or kind of sprinkled it throughout this video, you got to take a video like this with a grain of salt, because all we're doing is we're just kind of gathering information from rumored sites and what information, like for example, patents that Canon or whatever brand might have released that kind of fill in some of the gaps and make it a little bit more plausible. So just keep that in mind. But either way, as I mentioned earlier, we'll see what happens here in the upcoming months. But it's that time of the video where, friend, hey, I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that is oh so valuable to the channel. So if you found some value with this video, hit that like button down below. If you're currently not subscribed to the channel, friend, we would love to have you part of the family. And last but not least, kick that bell, so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with a new video. Friend, yeah, that's all I got here for you today. So I'm going to be jumping on my studio. You get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.